show who you are. Good riddance. Is you kidding? Bid the forbidden. As it was written, you overbidding. With the heathens, karma is a bitch, so how you living? Pray for my enemies, unforgiving. Cast the pearls on hog moms and chitlin'. If it's too hot, get your ass out the kitchen. Finger licking good, good looking. Stewing in the stew, I'm cooking. You psyched out, paranoid and shookin'. Shook the table, babes, I'm booking. Get prepared for this ass whooping. Listen to the words being spoken. You were talking, I'm awake and woken. While I'm spitting this, got your spit, got choking. Era up, a glimpse in my world, eyes shut open. Parallel in my mind, I'm chosen. Reverse the time, heart frozen. Antarctica, cold as ice. Casting locks, rolling dice. Mean as nails, I'm nothing nice. They persecuted me like they rejected Christ. And show who you are. All right. Good evening, everyone that's watching. Welcome to another episode of Mouth Off with Meika. Here, we will take a deep dive into the stories that shape remarkable individuals. And today, I am thrilled to be joined by the incredible, talented Tacori Dawson, known for his insightful perspective on various topics. Tacori has captured the hearts of many with his debatable energy, but today we're going to touch on his heart and talk about his love and his life. And we will explore the experience that have defined his journey and the lesson he has learned along the way. So get ready for an engaging and heartfelt conversation that promises to inspire and enlighten. How you doing this evening, Tacori?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm fairly well. Just trying to touch your softer side, I guess, for a lack of a better word, because you always going hard on those guys that I call it the land of the lost. What the because not the land of the lost. I'm sorry. I call it dysfunctional lifestyles. The land of the lost. It's like a zoo over there.
Yeah.
And so I see you be going hard, and I admire, the things that you do over there and the things that you say in your intellect. But you so militant. I'm like, okay, well, I want to see what's really going on with this brother. So I have some questions for you today. And first, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, my name is Tacori Dawson. I'm an Israelite. I'm a flat earther. I'm somebody that have like an intuitive thought and somebody that has a different type of mindset than the average consensus of information that is put out to us. Throughout these days and throughout this time period, So I have a different perspective on things, you know, so which causes me to go against like a bunch of them, like a 20v1 or 1v20.
Thank you for that, Tacori. So now we can deep dive into these questions. Okay. Are you currently in a relationship?
In a happy relationship.
Okay, so can you tell us a little bit about your current relationship?
Well, our relationship is good. Um, I met my woman. I met my woman in a dinner, and we started talking about like the Bible, and we started talking about like cosmologies and other things like that. She's 7 years older than I am.
Mm-hmm. How
She's
old are you,
supposed to.
by the way?
I'm 30 years old, and she's about to be 38 next month. So we started having these articulate conversations, and
Mm-hmm.
then we actually met like mid date. Like I saw her by herself, and I just approached her, and we just started speaking. And we was kind of having a whole room pay attention to us because they was trying to find out what we was conversating about. You know what
Mm,
I'm saying? So then that's when we started getting connected.
okay. Um, how has this relationship shaped you as a person?
It shaped me to actually understand that there's an equal part between men and women, and there's no greater, but there are unique diversities that plays a particular role in the relationship. Um, the man being uh, the strong ones, the protectors, the providers, the women being the emotional support, the empowerers, and the attraction. You know, so um, we use those and we actually conjoin those together, and which help benefit certain parts that we don't lack in each department. There's things in my department that I don't lack that she can help me with, and there's things in my department that I mean in her department that she lack that I can help her with.
Oh, wonderful. So, what qualities do you value most in a partner?
In a relationship,
Yes, a partner relationship. Yeah.
yeah, I like authentication. That's what I like. I like when a woman could keep her promise. You know, if I like and I like when a woman comes straightforward. I don't like when a woman one day she's cool and one day she act like she don't know me. If you don't know me or you don't want to know me, don't know me. But if you do want to know me, we could get to know each other and things like that. And if there is something that's wrong, I want to know what's going on so maybe we can fix it. Or if you just want to move on, you can just move on. You know, I'm not gonna press you to stay in a relationship.
So what do you value in her, the partner that you're with now?
I love her intellect. I love her soul. I love that she's peaceful, but she also can get fiery when she want to. Um, I like the fact that we protect each other and we have each other's back. And she actually understands what teamwork is. She actually understands what teamwork is, and she actually understands her flaws, and she takes responsibility for her actions.
How long y'all been together?
We've been together for like 2 years.
Oh, that's nice. Um, are you planning on getting married?
Yeah, we supposed to be getting married in a little bit,
What's a little bit?
like probably at the end of this year. We were supposed to get married in March, but her mother died.
Oh, I'm sorry for that.
Yeah.
So how has wait, I already asked that question. How do you balance your professional life with your personal relationship?
Um. Well, everything. I have a different complete function in my relationship as I have with my job. My job is pretty much like my second relationship. I have two jobs that's like my second relationship. And I look at them the same way as I look at my female. I'm faithful to my jobs. I'm loyal to my jobs. My jobs benefit me in certain ways, and I benefit my jobs in certain ways. Things like that. And, I'm actually getting back into songwriting and writing for other people, and also getting back into rap and music and artistry like that.
What you think about them bars at the beginning of the show?
Honestly, to tell you the truth, I love the cadences that you have. You got good
Mm,
cadences, and I like the fact that you don't worry about like that you free on the beat. You know what I'm saying?
mm, mm.
That you completely free on the beat, and that you got the cadences.
Yeah, on one of my songs, it's on SoundCloud, right? It
Yeah,
was called what was it called? I think it was Black Dark Skin or something like that.
yeah,
And so I was so off beat, and so in the middle of the rap, I was like, "F this beat, I'ma ride it."
yeah. That's what I
So
was
that's
on
one
one
of
of
my
my
bars with the song, huh?
That's what I was on one of my first freestyles that I dropped in the back chat. I
Mm,
wasn't like I was at work and I heard somebody playing a beat, and it
mm,
was like, Corey, rap out this beat real quick.
mm,
So the beat, it was like low and very slow, and the tempo was very slow, which
mm.
kind of made it hard for me to stay on track. So I was like, man, I'm just about to start spitting. I don't
Mm-hmm.
care. But for some reason uh rap beef
Mm-hmm.
happens to I mean that rap happens to end up stirring up some type of hip hop beef, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, in the back chat.
See, and I shout out to the Craigs and the whole effing show. Shout out to Paradigm Shift and DMG. Well, I'm so upset at the Craigs because they won't let me in the back chat. They keep trying to protect me like I'm some delicate flower. Anyways, I be wanting to see what's going on because I'm nosy. Anyways, what do you believe are the most important elements of a successful relationship?
Balance, teamwork, loyalty, faithfulness, not looking at things materialistic but things spiritual, not paying attention to the outer appearance of people but actually what's actually inside somebody, because outer appearance don't judge or don't determine somebody on the inside. I met some people that was messed up, that was pretty, and I
Mm-hmm.
met some people that wasn't as pretty that had hearts of gold, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Everybody
Yeah,
thinks my husband is so handsome or whatever. And I
yeah,
love my husband to death, but I never saw that. Like everybody think he the best looking man I had, and I think I'm like, nah. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Okay.
yeah.
So how do you handle conflicts or disagreements in a relationship?
Well, since yeah, how I handle conflict and disagreements is if me and my woman we arguing about something, like I just let her keep going. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like arguing with women, especially a woman that I'm with. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I don't do that. You know, so what I do is I just tell her she's pretty much right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the
Just to
woman
keep
is
peaceful.
always right. The woman is always right, even if she wrong. Just, I mean, this is just to the audience, just to let y'all know. The woman is always right, even when she wrong. I'm joking a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah.
It's just to stir up some stuff. But anyway, I get what you're
But
saying though. Like sometimes us women, we can be very emotional, and it's not always we because a lot of men tend to think that they want to solve our problems. You know, men are problem solvers. And so we tend to just want to just vent. We just want you to hear us. And most of the time, we just want you to say, oh, baby, it's gonna be okay, and hold us in your arm. We don't really want you to solve the problem. We just want you to hear us, you know. So that's a good way to handle it, just letting her talk or whatever. So, in your opinion, what makes a relationship last through tough times?
accountability, correction, because correction is the best thing to actually uh like correction is the best things to repair flaws in a relationship. You have to be able to look at the mistakes that you and that partner is making, and what y'all need to do is y'all have to work together, have these talks, and see what can be benefited and what that benefit can be helped by. If there's some trouble financially, if it's some problem helping get a job or something like that, um, what needs to be done is that, like, say for instance, if my woman has a problem getting a job and things like that, my ideal is I provide for her. You know what I'm saying? I actually prefer to her for her not to work, because it's dangerous out there, and I don't want her, you know, going through different type of things and dealing with different type of people, because I'd be worried that something might end up happening to her and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
but like if there's like a flaw with me, or
Mhm.
if there's like something with me that could keep a relationship going on that I'm not doing right, I listen to my woman and be like, tell me what's going on with us so that this relationship can actually keep going and that it can actually keep being elevated. Because I don't want to make no mistakes in a relationship. I know we're not perfect. I
Mhm.
know we're not perfect, but
Your mic
I,
went out.
I
You
know
know,
we're not perfect.
mhm.
But at the end of the day, we can't have a perfect relationship, which means a relationship that is suitable for us.
Right. And you know what? And I was thinking because like at a small juncture, like maybe I want to say maybe 6, 7, no, probably longer. I had to be like the provider of the family. And after I left my ex-husband, and and I had to go out and work a lot. And I had the two children. I ended up having the third one. But like having to leave them with other people and stuff like that, and you think you could trust those people. I'm not saying that all the people I left my children with, were bad people, but you know, I realized that my children might have experienced some trauma by being left with under other individuals while I had to go out and work. And I really think that's why our people is in the condition they're in now, because women are going out working. And I work too. I work from home though now. But women are going out working and they not spending time nurturing the children. What do you think about that?
What I think about that is, and that's what like causes imbalance in a relationship, because it's actually a woman's role to actually nurture and take care of the kids. So if a man is not working, then that means that he's not being responsible and he's not living up to his standards as being the man. You're
Mm,
supposed to always work as a man to make sure that your woman and the kids is actually stable.
mm-hmm,
You shouldn't have the mother actually out there working, because not only just that, but the child is paying attention to all that. And when the child grow up, he gonna think that it's okay. He's gonna become a mama's boy pretty much, because he's gonna think that it's okay to actually be dependent on the female, and have the female out there. And that's a problem, because not only is it bringing imbalance in a relationship, it's physically dangerous out there, because we know this world is getting crazier and crazier, and people just start not having no morals and things like that. Kids getting kidnapped, women getting kidnapped, coming up missing, and nobody never hear from them. At least if a man get out there and get put in danger, at least he have the physical qualities to actually defend himself. But if a woman get out there and she end up getting caught up with some strange man and things like that, she can't defend herself too much. So this is why I be worried about when women go out there and work. It's not because of some, like some Muslim thing or nothing like that. It's just because it's crazy out here, especially if a woman out here working at night.
mm-hmm. Okay. Can you share an experience from a past relationship that taught you a valuable lesson?
What taught me a valuable lesson,
Mm,
man. I was in a relationship like when I was like 16 years old. I was I was turning 17, and my female, she was like 28 at the time. You know what I'm saying? And
pause,
you know,
pause, 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 pause,
yeah, she
pause.
was 28 at the time.
Did
But
she know how old you were?
did she know how? Uh, I I told her how old I was and things
Mm,
like that, but
mm,
like she didn't ask me at first and how she looked it. I thought she was like 18 at the time. I was 16 years old. I was still in high school,
mm,
and she was like, she lied about her age though, and yeah, she lied about her age. I thought she was 18. She looked it like she was 18. That's
mm,
how she looked it.
mm,
So when I found out she was 28, my mama found out she was 28. This was before my mama passed. She cut our relationship off, and she was about to get the girl arrested, because illegal relationship. So what I found out is that I have to be careful, and I have to ask certain about like that in a relationship. You gotta ask certain questions. You know what I'm saying? So certain activities don't go on that don't meant to be going on. That's one of the things that I learned about uh that I learned from my last relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because she was almost, because I love women that's older than me. You know what I'm saying? Because women that's my age, I just can't have an intellectual conversation with a woman my age because she's too caught up in the world. So I talk to women that's older than me because I feel like they can teach me things. I feel like they can guide me to a better path in life and other things like that. They actually understand themselves as a woman because they're older and they experience themselves more as a woman. So
Okay, how? I think you kind of answered the question, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. How have your past relationships influenced your approach to love and companionship today?
balance, yeah, balance. Not only just that teamwork, working together, sitting down and talking to each other about certain mistakes that we have in our relationship that we can actually have repaired, so that we don't have to worry about leaving or have to have all of these arguments and stressing each other out.
What is one thing you wish you had done differently in a past relationship?
Um, Honestly, in my past relationship, I just wish I could have got to know this lady more. You know what I'm saying? But I was 16 years old. I was naive, so I didn't ask her, and I didn't ask her. I didn't pretty much interview her about get to know her like that. You know, I was a 16-year-old boy that had the same testosterone as a regular 16-year-old boy. So I was like, man, she's 28, man. Yeah, I'm like, man, she's in my mind. I'm like, man, she's beautiful. This before I knew she was 28. I'm like, man, she's beautiful. She's she got her own stuff right now. See, I had that boy mentality when I was 16. You know, thinking that it was cool for a woman to do everything for you. I thought like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, she got her own car, she got her own place, and everything like that. And I didn't even think about none of that. Like, how she had her own place like that at 18 years old, like that. She said she been having her place for years, and I didn't even put two and two together because years is more than 1 year. And I thought she was 18 at the time, so I'm thinking like, man, I didn't think like, man, she probably was like 14 years old with her own stuff. I didn't think like that. You know what I'm saying? And I just end up going with her. You know, didn't know that. You know, she was that old. You know, so I learned my biggest mistake is jumping into a relationship based off my emotions and not actually investigating and getting to know the person more.
Okay, so now we're gonna jump into this emotional connection. How do you express love and affection to those you care about?
Love and affection. Well, love is like something that is we'll consider uncomfortable these days. It's more complex these days because love don't go off your emotions. Love go off things that actually benefit you in the long run. Love. The best love is tough love. That's the best love you can actually have. Is tough love because tough love is a passionate love that can help get somebody on their toes, help get somebody to actually understand that there's somebody that's in that corner that has that determination for you to be better, to be a better you. And not only just that, but an affection. Affection is more to me like attention, you know, time, other things like that. And time is very important. But sometimes being giving your partner space is also vital because it gives them that ability to miss you more and crave you more, you know.
You've heard about the five love languages?
Nah, I ain't heard about the five love languages.
Huh? You never heard of it? Okay, so let me just share this here.
So,
Hold on, give me 1 second. I just want to share with y'all the five love languages because people have different love language, but I think to make a successful relationship, we gotta exhibit all five. So the five love languages are acts of service, quality time, words of affirmation, physical touch, and receiving gifts or giving gifts. Right? You understand that, Tacori?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. So what's the next one? What role does vulnerability play in your relationships?
Vulnerability, what it actually does, it's a test. It's what tests trust. When somebody is vulnerable, that's when you know what somebody's trust is in. You could trust somebody with your when you vulnerable, that's when trust comes in. Like if you tell somebody about your flaws and tell somebody about your mistakes and let your guard down, and that person comes in there and that person act a certain way or do certain things, it can actually I'm gonna put it like this: vulnerability plays a important key role to trust. You know, not only does it shows a sign that somebody trusts you, but it also tests how far your trust can go with that vulnerability.
Okay, can you describe a moment when you felt deeply connected to someone?
I'm deeply connected to my woman. So when I'm connected to my woman, I show vulnerable parts of me to her, and I let my guard down because I trust my woman. She let her guard down and she trusts me. And she's vulnerable towards me. She tells me her problems. She tells me her issues. I tell her my problems and I tell her my issues. And we both expect that we don't take advantage of each other and that we don't mess that privilege up because vulnerability is a one-time thing in a relationship that can based off the wrong decision, it could be something that you could never get back. And if you can't get that back, your relationship would never be the same. It'll
Let me
easily go to a point where it'll be turmoil.
Yeah. This before I go to the next question, let me ask you this. Um, because I heard somewhere, I think I watched it on TikTok, where they said if a woman ever calls a man out his name, he will never forget it. Do you think that's true?
No, I don't think that's true.
Okay. So let's touch on family and friends. How important are family and friends in your life, and how do they impact your romantic relationship?
Well, me, I'm kind of introverted. You know what I'm saying? I'm an introvert, so I really don't communicate with my family like that. Not because I have a problem with my family, it's because I'm very to myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm very to myself, and I just do my own thing. So my family don't really affect anything like that because almost all my life I did everything by myself. You know what I'm saying? Now the only person in my family that affected me is my mother and my auntie on my pop side.
Okay. What relationship advice have you received from someone close to you that has stuck with you?
My auntie always told me if me and a female get into an argument and she wants space, give her her space. Don't be selfish and suffocate her. Give her her space so she could get time to think and contemplate on things and see if there would be a viable relationship between y'all two.
Okay. Um, what are your hopes and aspirations for your current relationship?
That we keep our relationship going and that we keep our future marriage going and that we die together.
Okay. And so how do you envision your ideal partnership or marriage?
My ideal partnership in marriage is that we both be on one accord in our spirit, um, that we both can actually have something that our children can inherit in the future, you know, not just financially, but spiritually, you know, that the man that like that us that our future children, like if I have sons, that they learn to be men, they learn to be independent, they learn to be strong minded, or if they women, they learn that they're valuable, they learn that they're precious and that they learn that they're jewels and things like that, like precious jewels and things like that, knowing that they are women. They grow up knowing that, that sex not the only thing, that dress in a proper way will let man know that you just not this easy person, that you actually is somebody, you know.
That's good. Well, how has the Bible affected your relationship?
Well, the Bible affected my relationship a lot because it teaches me to provide for my woman. It teaches me to be the head of my household. It teaches me to learn how to love my woman, learn how to be a savior to my woman, like protect my woman, and things like that. And it teaches my woman how to I'm not how to actually like submit to her man, you know. Teaches her that we're both equal, because when I read in the first book of Adam and Eve, it was talking about how Adam and Eve, when they at the very beginning, they were both equal. You know what I'm saying? But things happen, and so we try to live our relationship as if we in the Garden of Eden, where the man and the woman is both equal and that they are both powerful. That one is not powerful than the other.
Okay. Um, let's see here. What is the biggest challenge you face in as a couple, and how did you overcome it?
The biggest challenge that we faced as a couple is that when I first met her, she was kind of argumentative. You know what I'm saying? She was kind of argumentative, and but I understand that because we both had to learn how to leave our past. The most difficult thing for the both of us was we had brought our past into our present, which held our relationship back. You know what I'm saying? So when we allowed our past to become our present, you know, things didn't go right. So we had to realize that the last people that we was with was not us. You know, we had to realize that and understand that when we get into a new relationship or find new love, that there's a new chapter in life.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever faced long distance periods in your relationship?
Nope.
Okay. How do you deal with external pressures or judgments about your relationship?
Well, I don't have judgments externally in my relationships. I have people that probably can say something about my relationship, but at the end of the day, the only ones that determine my relationship is me, my woman, and the Most High.
And
That's
then, oh, go ahead.
Now that's it.
How important is communication in your relationship, and how do you ensure it stays strong?
Communication is very important, but sometimes over communicating can be a bad thing because it's like suffocation. You know, People get eventually they don't want. Sometimes they want to be alone to themselves and have their privacy. Sometimes my woman want to be alone to herself and have her privacy. Sometimes I have to have my privacy and things like that. Because even though we in a relationship, we still different people that dealing with different things and having different spiritual walks and things like that, and have different, situations that we deal with.
Right. I feel like I always say that when you can be in the same room and like your partner is doing something else, you're doing something else, but y'all there and y'all can just do you. That's a good relationship because I don't have to always be in your face and you don't always have to be in mine. And if I could just have my own space and still be in the same room, that's perfect. Can you share an instance where you both had to compromise and how did you reach a solution?
We go through meditation process. That's what we go through. We go through these things called meditation processes. And what we do when we meditate, we constantly think of certain things over and over again. And these things will actually solve our problems because when we meditate, because meditate only means to ponder on things, we reminisce on things. So when we meditate, we actually like get everything. We get a chance to go back into our flaws and things like that, and we actually learn how to get those together, and that we can compromise with each other and actually settle those differences aside.
Hmm. And so, how do you support each other's personal growth and ambitions?
Our personal growth, uh, we do things spiritually, for our personal growth, and yeah, we do things spiritually for our personal growth because every day we growing anyway. You know what I'm saying? And there's new things that that awaits us when we actually grow more and more. We start learning new things, we start experiencing new things, and we have a certain way that we are and conditions that we are in when we deal with these things or actually experience these things.
What activities or hobbies do you enjoy doing together?
We both write songs together. We both write songs. We both rap. Um, not only just yeah, we both rap and things like that. She kind of sings also, you know. So we actually thinking about coming up with a project together, like a 7-song EP project together. Like I gotta ask her to see when she want that project to start.
And so, how do you keep your romance alive in your relationship?
How do I keep what?
Your romance alive, I guess.
My romantic life?
How do you keep your romance alive in the relationship?
Oh, okay, my bad. The romance alive. Um, what I do, I like to buy my woman things, and I like to surprise my woman with certain things because you know, I don't like when my woman expect what I'm gonna do for her. I like my woman to be surprised. The more surprise your woman gets in a relationship when you are being romantic with her, the more intrigued she's gonna become to actually, which will cause her to want to be more, resume and elevate her romantic life with you. You don't never want to be predictable. Bringing her flowers and candy, that's good, but that's predictable. Anybody can do that.
Oh my. Okay. I'm gonna leave that one alone because
I'm not saying that bringing your woman flowers and candy is a bad thing. I'm just saying that it should be like something that is more surprising and
yeah.
more unpredictable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, something to show her that you know who she is and you were listening.
Yeah,
Like,
and
I don't have that with my husband, unfortunately. He don't get it. He don't have
yeah,
a romantic bone in his body, honey.
yeah,
And I just be telling him, like, it's not about how much money you spend. It's not about that. It's just about you showing me that you paid attention to the things that I talked about or the things that I might like or want. But him, he's the type of person. Just tell me what you want and I'll go get it. So yeah. Um, can you share a memorable or funny moment from your time together?
man, we
Huh?
battle rapped each other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Who won?
we we battle rapped each other at one of her family reunions.
Mm. And
You
so
said
who they
who?
said won?
Uh, that stays in a family reunion.
Oh, so I don't get to know the tea. Okay, okay. How do you celebrate milestones or special occasions?
You said milestones and special occasions. What you mean by that?
Like anniversaries and stuff like that, birthdays. I know
Uh,
you probably don't celebrate. Do you celebrate birthdays?
no, I don't celebrate birthdays.
Hmm. Do you celebrate anniversaries?
Yeah, I celebrate an anniversary.
Mm,
She liked to have fun. So
mm.
what I did was I took her to Slitherbun.
What's that?
So it's a nice water park.
Mm.
It's a nice it's a nice water park, man. They got so many slides there. They got all type of stuff there. That's good.
That,
That's what actually happened. And not only did I take her, I took her to Kima Boardwalk too. That's and I took her to the Oasis. She loved to have fun. She loved to go out of Houston. She wanted to go to Moody Gardens one time.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's like where they had the IMAX.
Wait, where are you at in the world?
I'm
What
in
state?
Houston.
Houston,
I mean,
Texas.
yeah,
Yeah. So, how important is it to spend time with your woman?
it's very important
Mm,
because we find out things about each other that we didn't know about. There's more to in both. There's more to us than meets the eye, and the more you spend that time with each other, the more you communicate with each other, the more you find out, the more you get to know about them, which give you a better analysis of that person and their character.
mm. Uh, is there such thing? This is a little off topic, but is there such thing as a person working too much while they're in a relationship?
Yeah.
Mm. Okay. What are your shared goals for the future, Takari?
What'd you say? Oh, my bad. What you say?
What are your shared goals for the future?
My sure goal for the future is that me, my woman, that we have kids, we raise those kids to follow the Most High. We raise our kids to be better than us. You know what I'm saying? Because we made mistakes and we can teach our kids to not make those mistakes later in the future.
Okay. What advice would you give to new couples starting out their journey together?
Um, teamwork. Don't try to don't ever try to have more power or feel like you're more powerful or more greater than the other. Because that's gonna start some trouble.
Mm,
Understand that y'all equal, understand that y'all may be equal, but y'all diverse in each other's ways, and find out how the diverse aspects of y'all can benefit each other.
mm,
You know, don't ever be in a relationship for power or anything that is materialistic or physical, but be in it for what's inside based off the character of the person and the content of the person.
okay. Um, do you have any final thoughts?
No.
Well, I want to thank you for joining me because you don't went through them, you breezed through them questions. I want to thank you for joining me. As we wrap up this episode of Mouth Off with Meika. We are left with a profound sense of appreciation for Tacori Dawson's honesty and vulnerability. His reflections on life and love remind us of the beauty in our own journeys and the importance of staying true to ourselves. Takori's story is a testament to the power of resilience and transformative nature of love. Thank you for joining us, and we hope that Takori words have touched you as deeply as they touched us. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep mouthing off with Meika. Thank you so much, Tacori, for joining me. I do want to talk to you on something else that I got in the work later. Shout out, please subscribe, like, and share this video if you're watching. Um, is there any way, like, social media uh places that you want people to find you if they need to find you?
Yeah, I got a YouTube channel called the Tacori Dawson Show.
Mm,
Um, yeah, the Tacori Dawson Show. I do videos about consciousness, about the Bible,
mm,
about hip hop, about all those different things that's important in the world today.
mm. Okay. Well, definitely you guys check out Takari's YouTube channel and also like and subscribe my channel, Meika Wash. And I'm Meika Wash, and we are out of here. Show who you are. Good riddance. Is you kidding? Bid the forbidden. As it was written, you overbidding. With the heathens, karma is a bitch, so how you living? Pray for my enemies, unforgiving. Cast the pearls on hog moms and chitlin'. If it's too hot, get your ass.